of the things that we've done today, and we're doing more things. So we want to encourage people to come and support us. Give us your support. We need to be supported. I think it's great to say that this theater was created by Gambians for Gambians, and really we need the encouragement and the support.
Okay, so finally, what do you have to say to the people watching?
Believe in us. Believe in us. We'll do great things internationally as well as nationally. Believe in us and support us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Auntie Janet. It was a pleasure having you on the Breakfast Show. Thank you very much.
Theater in education. Now, I have a certain passion for theater because I think theater is the place, of course, where it's a building where you go in to see plays, to see magic unravel on the stage. You see literature come to life because normally you will just read a book. When you read a book, it's not the same thing as seeing it come alive on the stage. It gives it a certain dimension, a certain depth, a certain reality. But most importantly, it does make you more creative. Your imagination goes beyond bounds. We talk in every profession you think, the ones that are worth their salt, you have to be creative. And sometimes creativity has to be taught or encouraged or nurtured. That's the main thing. You nurture creativity. And that's what a theater does for you. When you come to see a play, you watch it, you begin to know about human nature, number one. You see what the effects of the plays are, what it means, the theme, you know, the way people think, their attitude to life, their education, and you begin to really develop your own capabilities, your own sense of direction, your own creativity. It makes you live outside the box, not just stick to, this is the way you do it, A, B, C, D. And another thing that I want you to know that it's a skilled profession. Acting is a skilled profession. And we have here 12 GAM job students who are being trained to become professionals in the field of theater, in the performing arts, in the field of performing arts. Now this theater, I am very proud of it because it was built by Gambians for Gambians. The bricks, all this was done by Gambians. We had a bricklayer from Katong who came with his crew. They lived here and they built this thing. So we are very proud of it. But now the challenge is, are we going to use it?
You're still watching The Breakfast Show, coming to you from the Gambia Radio and Television Services. Now we are moving to my favorite segment, and that is the DIY segment. It has to be. And always when I say DIY, I must emphasize Defar ko sa bopa, because that is the only thing that the show is all about. And on this edition, we have Aissatou Dabo, who made earrings for us, very, very beautiful earrings from African fabric. Now it could be any fabric, like she told us. And you know, it's easy to make, it's not time consuming, and we also emphasize very, very cheap.
And not only that, but it is truly Gambian.
Very Gambian. Let's have a look at what Aissatou Dabo has for us on our DIY segment.
Good morning, viewers. We're back again on The Breakfast Show, and it's the DIY segment in the show that is do it yourself, defal ko sa bopa. You know, and we bring you different things. The last time we made a necklace out of crystal beads, and this time around I promised you that I was going to show you how to make earrings. Now when you go to the market, you see different kinds of beautiful things. You see flowers that they use as trimmings for making African outfits. You see a lot of stones that they use, and sometimes some of them are sewn, some of them are ironed for on the African outfits that we have. And we know that we have lots of festive occasions coming up. We have Sangmare just passed, we have Christmas coming up, we have the New Year very close, and I'm sure expenses get a little high here and there, and I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate knowing how to do things on their own, and that means cutting down on cost. Now, on the show today, I'm going to show you how to make an earring out of a stone material like this. Now this you can get from Sarakunda market is $75 or less a meter. So half of it will cost you, let's say, 35 or 37.50 or so, depending on where you buy it. You could get it cheaper from other stores, I'm sure. And as usual on the show, first of all, I show you the materials that you will need to do the things that we're going to show you how to do on the show. First of all, as I always say, my favorite item on the show, that is a pair of scissors. You can get a big one or you can get a small one, depends on what is available to you. And apart from the scissors, you will need a material like this. If you don't have something like this, as I said, it's all about doing it yourself. You can get something different. Use what you have. You don't have to always buy things all the time. So if you can't get something like this, if you have something that's similar, you can use it. It's all about using an idea and then using what you have and bringing it into, trying to incorporate it into what you already have at home. So apart from that, you'll need metals like this. This is what one would normally use to make earrings. If you can notice, it's not just any straight one, but it's got a large tip, and that is what is used to stop the bead from falling off. So this is what you'll need. Apart from that, most obvious, if you're making an earring, you need a hook. Now I've got a silver hook and I've also got a gold hook. As I'll say, it depends on the color that you're using, but because we're using blue and you can see little bits of silver on the blue, I'll advise you to use a silver one because it's the one that complements the color blue. You can use gold if you want to be like me and it's not really bothered, but I don't think that is too advisable to do. So for this demonstration, we're going to use the silver one. And you'll also need beads. Now I've got 2 sets of beads here. I've got the leftovers from last week's demonstration, the ones that we used to make the beautiful necklace that was on the Ikumba's neck at the end of the presentation. And then I've also got a pack of basic green, sea green beads. So I'm going to choose one of them at the end. I think I'll go with the blue and the white because I like the crystal better, and then I'll show you how to do that at the end of the demonstration. But first we're going to start with doing this. If you have a whole piece like this, what you need to do first is determine the pattern in which you want your earring to be. You can decide to make a square earring, and that means you measure it like this and then cut. The earring can be like that. You cut it in the middle, fold it again like that, and then cut it in half. So if you want this, then you'll have earrings like that. If you don't want the earring to look like that and you want it a bit smaller or slimmer, what you're going to do again is fold it in half and then cut. It just depends on you, really. It depends on the size and the shape that you want. If you want, you can do the one that looks like a heart, or you can do different shapes. If you want it smaller, then that's how the earring is going to look like. If you want to do one that looks like a star, then you have to cut it in the shape of a star. Let's try and do that. So basically cut it in shape. It's not, because of the size and the shape, it's very graphic and it's not as easy to cut in shape as you can have like a perfect hat shape, but not too sure if it really looks like one, but you could do an earring that looks like that. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make a cone earring. Now first of all, what you need to do is fold it like this.